probably gonna hear a little bit of background noise because I got Raw, Wisconsin, and this was their latest episode. They got talk about what the incident that happened in Cudahy. So like I said, hopefully I'm gonna just gonna be like an hour show, and just go from there. Um, Apparently there is some stuff to talk about when it comes to wrestling. With Milwaukee Development, not much, and Bucks news, a little bit of stuff that was going on for the past few days. We will get on that. And so yeah, with the news that you've seen right here, so Paramount Skydance reportedly prepared to bid for entirely of AEW broadcast partner Warner Brothers Discovery, which is an interesting thing. So it got some, that comic book movies and TV news on top of this too. So it's gonna be both at the same time. So we will like dip into this first, and yeah, and they said, well, this been like announced for like months that Paramount wanted to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, and after Warner Brothers Discovery decided they wanted to split into like two parts because all the the movies they made and for the DCEU and some other things wasn't going great. So so it seems like they're gonna do that, and so they are preparing for a bid, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes because I think that would be interesting that if they actually will by Warner Brothers Discovery, there's gonna be some surprising things, and some things may change. Um, like Paramount, they already they kind of own, the Incredible Hulk catalog, I believe. Yeah, they like it's still like Marvel, but it's like they can still do. Oh, yeah, that's sure. So yeah, and I think if because Paramount kind of the ones that kind of like start Marvel Studios, then before they finally kind of branch on their own, then it companies like Fox, Star Wars brand, Marvel, and all that other stuff. So yeah, this is really kind of interesting to see how it goes. Because Marvel, one that partnership with Paramount, they can like switch things in. I was gonna be concerned with DC because DC Studios is under Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, it has like DC has been under Warner Brothers ever since I would say maybe the very first like Superman movie. It is it's gonna be kind of interesting. So because they already know WWE deals with Netflix, Comcast. Oh, that's also called Peacock. The CW and ESPN. So yeah, Spud Smith, hey, welcome to live. I appreciate it. Jason, welcome to live. Appreciate it. But this could be making the turns like at one point that Marvel Studios and maybe if Paramount does own Warner Brothers Discovery, they can do like a possible Marvel DC crossover, which both Kevin Feige and James Gunn don't mind doing that, but I guess it's like all about the timing. So it's gonna happen, and plus I think that could be your $1 billion movie if you do like a crossover with whoever from DC and whoever from Marvel, because they already got comic books out. Like the crossover with Deadpool and Batman, which I didn't read yet, but yeah, because I think that came out. So, but yeah, what this means for like AEW in general, you never know. Maybe they have a better put them on better deals with like we're having AEW on HBO Plus. Well, no, HBO Max. I'm sorry. Yeah, HBO Max. Um, and like they still struggling. AEW still struggling trying to get like a ROH TV deal, and it's just like they just I don't know what AEW is thinking of. So they just really need to, just for now, I would say put uh Ring of Honor on YouTube. Sit in battle. Hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it, and welcome to all the people that's watching live on YouTube as well. So like I said, like I apologize, for not posting this week, but family things. WWE was in town, so I am gonna talk about WWE in town in a bit. We just gonna talk about like see if there's like a little bit more news to talk about. You okay? Or are you just relaxing like that? Yeah, guys. Yeah, my little dog here, Daisy. Okay, so anyways, let's see. There was a few things I wanted to talk about on here too. So um, let's see. Okay, yeah, we will talk about that too. Okay, I know I got some catching up to do or something. Like I ain't seen NXT, I ain't seen Dynamite, and I ain't seen TNA. I actually didn't see TNA, but no, I further chance. Okay, don't want to get into that. So let's see. I guess it was this one. So y'all probably already heard that they didn't make it like official yet, but it seems like WrestleMania 2027 is going to Saudi Arabia. So I had a chat with a friend of mine. It was also like one of the sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and Great Scott Sports Cars. So check out their website, greatscottsportscars.weebly.com. If you're interested in cars that he may have, or maybe cars you want to sell or trade, or if you even need help, sorting them out, check them out. And also they got a Midwest Wrestling Collectible page for like stuff that a liquidation sale, you might as well say, that they're really trying to get up, a lot of wrestling merch. So also they do have a Facebook page, and they do have like a part of the sponsored thing on our sponsor page on wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. So they have the items that that they have to sell and a deal out of it. So go ahead and check it out. Maybe something interesting. So, anyway, the big plug for sponsors. So why not? Also, you want to be interested in sponsors on YouTube? This is like I'm also on my personal TikTok page, Ortro J. So look for that if y'all want to like talk about it or anything like that. Also, you can check out the website as well. Okay. Anyway, so let's click on this. I think like this Saudi Arabia wanted a star-studded WWE WrestleMania for 2027. Because there's gonna be some people that I'm not gonna come out of retirement or anything like that, or that is gonna be like a S show. I'll just say an S show because it's crappy. Zen Jr., hey, what's going on? Welcome to the live. And thanks for the likes so far, guys. I appreciate it. TikTok, you gotta do better. Right now, YouTube Live is really kicking your butt on likes. I was a wife in the background. And thanks for the subscribe. Appreciate it. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, we're gonna end up doing like more giveaways. Well, we haven't done a giveaway yet. we're gonna do the same thing. Share the channel, especially you guys like on TikTok as well. Let people know. We do this. Talk about wrestling, Milwaukee Development, comic book movies, TV news, and Milwaukee Bucks. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I appreciate that. Yeah, pray for me to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So that's what we're hoping. And plus, I know y'all guys like free stuff. Kind of the same thing you guys that's watching on TikTok. Hey, maybe when we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, if I get like a certain amount of likes starting in, maybe we'll do something for you guys too. Um, but anyways, let's see. We know about that because they Saudi Arabia got the Royal Rumble in January of this coming year. So I guess it was like mainly like a matter of time. You did say hi already, Zen Junior. But yeah, pray for me. I appreciate it. Everybody likes a little prayer, so ain't nothing wrong with that. As you hear my wife in the background singing the song, it is one of my favorite songs. I think it's Diana King version that I like. Alright, guys, I just got a sweet tooth, so do not mind. I apologize, guys. Out there, got like a massive sweet tooth and trying to cure it. Anyway, do that later. The reported deal struck between WWE and Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania 43 on WWE on their Facebook page. They're gonna talk about or mention may have something to do with that, or maybe they'll talk about the PLEs that's going on in 2027. Maybe so. We don't know. But so yeah, Saudi Arabia did strongly push it, and it's like one of those things. If Saudi Arabia tell TKO to jump, they'll say how high. Well, I know the deal was like firsthand, with Saudi Arabia and WWE was done by Vince McMahon. But I don't know. It's just like because I know some people who are like Vince McMahon wouldn't do such things and things like that. Maybe, but like with all crooked owners and stuff like that. If you give them the right amount of money and throw money at them, they will jump rates or jump ship for anything. Oh yeah. What more can we do? So let's see. Officially now celebrate here on February 22nd, the South Mountain Day. Wait a minute. Are they thinking of doing WrestleMania in February? Suppose maybe they want matches, today. So, I'm going to say, although, he did well, Kevin Owens, it is like, we thought was being his final match, but, I guess that's one that they want to, bring in, I bet, let's see. Apparently, everyone, anyone, money's no object, anything you can imagine. Obviously, they're going to be after. Anyone come out of it. I know Shawn Michaels did it one time, and it's like it was kind of like a disaster. I don't even think Undertaker will come out of retirement because I know he's like real messed up. So I really don't see that happen. I really do not. can I turn this on? Yeah, I am gonna keep it that much because I'm gonna play that with that one. But anywho, uh, can I see what you're doing? I'm mainly just on the so if you the opportunity to watch the, the recorded episode of this show, um, probably maybe like within an hour after it's after this finish, you'd be able to see the pre-recorded version, and you'll get to see what I'm doing then. So it's just mainly just I'm just reading on stuff from wrestling and all that. So, you know, and I knew this anyway, but it's just like TKO just making everything like frustrated. I think like some of the fans get like so frustrated they'll point the finger at anybody that has no control or what TKO wants. So it was TKO's idea, raise up the prices, and you got the I think that's one of the top names in TKO talk about they're gonna increase the prices some. So yeah, and like I was at the Milwaukee show this past Monday for Raw, and like maybe like the lower levels were like nearly full, but got like up on 200 levels, which I'm sitting at. You maybe got like maybe like almost 50% of that full, and yeah, the rest of it was carped up and stuff like that. For maybe like 6 or 7%. WWE came back. After COVID and they done the show, we always had sold out shows until this past Monday. So it's like if you wanted to put a PLE, it's kind of seemed like too little, too late because we ain't got a big enough crowd. That's your fault. When it was hot at the time and like you were selling out, shows here in Milwaukee, and you decided, not to bite the bullet and actually put it on YouTube. But I had this big sign. I don't know why it's like showing like the opposite, but it actually says, "When do we get a PLE?" Yeah, I spoke to y'all too. So it was like, "When do we get a PLE?" So I don't know. I don't think the camera, was like up on me, so I think y'all probably did not see it. But the fans that was there did, and it was at one point like got a picture taken with a guy that like was interested in the sign. So like, can I take a picture? Yeah, sure. Show that. So yeah, it's like it's nearly a decade since we had a pay-per-view. Well, I might as well say like over 8 years since we had a PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. And also, I did this. I told like the wife, if you want to do something in the back of this, I did. And you know what? The next time, Raw will be in town, Raw or SmackDown or whatever the show may be, and we don't get like a PLE, I'm gonna bring this sign to every show I go to until Milwaukee gets the PLE. So I doubt if WWE is watching, but I'm doing this as a fair warning. I will bring this sign everywhere I go until we get the PLE. Even if you get a show in Green Bay about, yeah, it's like it was like I end up trying to get hold of WWE on I think on their not the website, but I think I got hold of them on X, which is formerly known as Twitter. So I did saying my piece and stuff. It's like screw Milwaukee, right? We couldn't even get no big things. It's like screw us, right? And I don't know if y'all got to say about this. You see that Soraya has Jalen Reed has a broken collarbone. So he might be out for possibly the rest of the season. Ouch. Just a little Packer news for you guys. I get notifications on other stuff going on. Like I knew he got injured, but I wasn't in the frame of mind to be like, oh okay. Should I know about this? Hello, a little bit. Um, yes, Saraya hasn't wrestled in nearly a year, but she's busted open. She's ready to get back in the ring. She wants to go back to WWE. There is like rumors and stuff like that that's saying that WWE wasn't interested. Um, you never know. You can have that form that tag team one time that WrestleMania that had the Bellas against Paige and AJ Lee. So it's like what? Why not? I think everybody will be hyped and happy to see Paige again. And they, I don't know. They probably make jokes about the video and they jokes about her booty job. So that's just going awesome. But yeah, she said she had nothing left to accomplish in AEW, which is kind of true. She was the women's champion at one point. Um, TBS championship, no, but I don't think she will. From what it seems like, she don't want to go for that. So it's like most likely she will just end up, because there's a lot more accomplishments now that you gotta do in WWE. Like, yeah, she was the I think she was the first though as well, the first one to win it, and she's actually the first woman to hold both the Divas champion and the NXT Women's title at the same time at one point. And that was beginning to like call up to the main roster. So I would like to see her back in WWE again. Wouldn't mind. Like she did have a decent run in AEW, so I give them that. And it just seemed like after she lost the women's title on AEW, it just seemed like they got lost. But then again, nearly 2 years ago, AEW kind of lost its like mojo ever since the CM Punk incident. So yeah, because in my opinion, they just proved that they got a dumb booker, also known as the owner, that's flipping the checks and can't even do anything right. Oh, I know there's hardcore AEW fans. I mean, there's hardcore WWE fans. I like all wrestling, and I like wrestling, to succeed as a whole. But if I'm gonna call BS, I'm gonna call BS. And right now, I think I mentioned earlier that there was like a few storylines. Well, try to be storylines. Yeah. Details. WWE wrestling, so it can be another WrestleMania or another SummerSlam. Um, Now, how the matches are so far, so no. Mm-mm. And plus, you gotta do more than just putting like 5, 6 matches a night. Like, seriously? Oh, sorry. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna stop a little bit on the wrestling, so, but I know tomorrow we are gonna do like a, WFSO preview talking about, WrestlePalooza, which is, wait a minute, never mind, that's next week, I'm sorry. So, okay, so there's no, PLEs or anything like that this weekend, I believe. So, I don't know why I kind of jumped the guns on that. So, yeah, it's next Saturday, not this coming Saturday. So, yep, that's my fault. Only one thing to talk about on Milwaukee Development, so that's what we're moving to. Then, when we do it, after we're done with this, we're gonna talk about a little bit of Bucks news. So, and just some things I gotta say when it comes to the Bucks that some people just gotta simmer down. So I will talk about that. Let's just talk about this. So this building does look familiar. So okay, it's that one on right. Do they mean East Center? Yeah, because it was once like a brewing place, and that, yeah, yeah, that is the East Side. I thought so. Yeah, they just okay. I'm about to say because yeah, they got it wrong here, but they got it right here. So okay, so is they planning? Okay, these group of people with partners and stuff like that plan to open this is for sports bar and lounge on 735 East Center Street. So yeah, that's the East Side. Um, yeah, because it was a brewery at one point, and they ended up closing like a little bit over a year ago, and they really just have to do something with that area. It's like you can't just let it sit there. It's like some of these areas over here, they have a lot of spaces in the city, and it's like nobody ain't trying to do anything about it, like trying to at least get some stuff in there. So why not? Let's see. Steadfast fans of the Milwaukee Bucks, Milwaukee Brewers, and Green Bay Packers plans to make game days a highlight at the bar, which is a good thing. Additional entertainment could include DJs, bands, karaoke nights, and more. So that's according to the license application. So they probably ain't gonna have nothing to do with the outside. I think they call it, the exterior. Then I guess they, going to more focus on, working on the interior. So, why not? It is really like, I wouldn't say a lot. There's not that many things going on in that area. Like you have some of your stores and stuff like that, and it's just crazy. But anyways, okay. So if is the city giving approval, it will be open December 1st of this year, and depending on the common council as well. Um, okay, so that'd be cool. Have something open on there that you said people go to. Besides, not everybody probably don't want to go to Mad Planet, which is another East Side, bar, and plays, music and stuff like that. But they don't play much like today's music. It's mainly like they stick around, the 80s and 90s, and maybe a little bit of the 2000s. But every now and then, they have like a music battle with they play, let's say Britney Spears versus Beyonce or Prince versus Michael Jackson. So that was just to name a few things that they did. Well, not the Britney and Beyonce. They did do the Prince versus Michael Jackson. They did do that. So maybe that's the only thing that's close into their area they can go to. Is a Jamaican club like across the street from. I don't even know that still exists because I haven't been there one in a while. But anyway, so you know what? Good luck. Hopefully, they get it and do something more with it. So that would be cool. It was one more topic that I did want to talk about, and that's something to do with maybe them making a railing in Milwaukee, like connected to. Yeah, here we go. Milwaukee joined the push for commuter rail line. City formalized commitment to Kenosha racing and oh, okay. So let's see if we can read more on this. Okay, so what it seems like it's going to be, from was it like from Milwaukee to oh, farther down than that. So also past Kenosha. Okay. Okay, let me put that back. KRM is back to letters are now scrambled. Okay, so City of Milwaukee, of course they joined good. New entirely being created to revive plans for the Kenosha Racing Milwaukee commuter rail line. Okay. But yeah, but it's like one of those things. It'd be cool, they did something, for up north as well, because that would be something. The 33-mile line would follow the lakefront from the Chicago based on Metro Station in Kenosha north to okay downtown tomorrow. Okay, so it seems like they okay. So it'll be like part of the lakefront thing that they would do. So that would be interesting. So okay, Parallel project was first studied in the late 1990s. Refer route configuration identified in '06. In '09, Democratic control Wisconsin State Legislature granted a regional transit authority. Oh wow. Okay, so okay, Democrat control, the state legislature back then, but not now. So you probably seen where half the problems happening with Milwaukee's not getting anything done. But besides the fact, so okay, so it was okay. Okay, federal support undertaking engineering work on the project estimated to cost $233 million. Oh wow. Okay. But Republicans took control of the legislature and with Representative Robert Ross leading the way, killed the proposal in 2011. Ross, who represents Southern Racine, is now the Assembly Speaker, has switched from supporting it to now opposing it. In 18 million federal grant to fund KRM's initial operating cost was redirected to the bus systems in Kenosha, Racine, and Milwaukee counties. 1.2 million remained for initial $2 rental car tax was split between the countries. Well, counties. Sorry, I don't know why I said country. Let's see what else. Let's see. Lakefront Line will operate on freight tracks owned by the Union Pacific. It will cross over onto tracks owned by Canadian Pacific Kansas City, which feed into the Milwaukee and Monroe station. Oh, okay. And also near East Greenfield Avenue in the Harbor District, of course. Include purchase option for Milwaukee to acquire land near for the site. Oh, okay. The start Harbor campus they was talking about. So it was a vision. That's one of the things they want to do in 20. Have that done by 2050 or something like that. Um, okay. The mayor will be able to appoint 3 members of the Mark Commission. But yeah, that'll be cool. Probably more options that people will want because they don't have to always, rely on, the Antrax, for like, because who know how many times, they go down there to Chicago from here, then, because now, they got the lines from Chicago all the way up to, St. Paul, Minnesota. So, that was like recently happened last year, I believe, or was it the year before? It was one of the two. But like I said, I'm glad they're actually going to push for it. Like I said, it'll be interesting. Like kudos, it'll be another way, just to get where you're going and stuff, and like you don't always have to rely on the on the Antrax train. Antrax, I'm sorry. Nearly said it wrong. Anyways, enough about that. And oh wow, we're a little bit more than a half an hour in, so this pretty soon. Congratulations to Giannis and his team. They are in the finals of the, I think they call it the Euro Cup. Oh, Euro Basketball 2025. So they're kind of like one win away from making it to the Euro Basketball Championship. There was something that no, that's not it. Okay. I have to go on Instagram. I rarely, go on Instagram on this laptop, so this is gonna be, kind of different. Like wait and see. So yeah, so just gonna talk about some Bucks news, and I thought it'd be on there, but pretty much it isn't. So let me look for oh, they don't even show me. So maybe like a Commander field star running back suffer a season ending injury. So yeah, a lot of people was kind of hurt today. And if anybody's interested in it, from PW Unlimited, WWE and ESPN to run WrestlePalooza of related content all through the day of when it actually going to be shown, which will be 6 o'clock Central Time. Like I don't know what to say. Oh, come on. Okay, no. Little man today. That's Ransom Chase. Was playing with rocks. We were nearby the art museum, so such a character. Um, okay, any wrestling fans that's interested in the show on Saturday, if you're in the Chicago area, you know what? Check them out. Let's see. Okay, it's 303 South 9th Street in DeKalb, Illinois. So if y'all want to support them, I'm gonna go see that. Chase again. Um, okay, darn it. Oh, okay. The Marquette schedule has been released. We'll look at it later. Let's see. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. That's funny. You got like people, they play like, teenagers, and they're being like in their like actual age, and now they, some of them, go like older. They're just, partly you can understand why, but okay, come on. There's no either. Okay, so this is not happening at all. So I will click here, but it's like a video, so it's gonna go real quick. So let me just look for okay. Yeah, Bucks Nation, that will work too. Let's see if they got it. Well, of course, that's why I'm saying, like, some of these fans just need to, like, simmer down because, when you hear stuff like this, like DeMar DeRozan to the Deer Nation, I'm like, you're trying to go a little bit younger, not older. So I'm sorry, I just don't understand, that concept of, trying to get like an older player because he's good mid-range shooter and stuff like that. But there's the other problem. He's not that good with three-point shooting. He's just looking at it like, that's what they need. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. So the Bucks just signed Comrade Ryan to a training camp deal. So y'all get that right. Let's repeat after me. Training camp deal. because they did all this, and now the Bucks are right now they're in the pickle, so they don't even know what they're gonna do. So, but with Comrade Cormac Ryan, it's actually a Exhibit 10 contract. So if he doesn't make it to the main roster or don't get like a two-way contract or anything like that, they can terminate the Exhibit 10 contract, and they can put him into the G League, on their G League, the Wisconsin Herd. Why not just see what he does over there under the in the season, and think you want to bring him up, go right ahead, bring him up. I kind of said the same thing with the new guy that they drafted, and I thought they could have did that with him, but they sent him back overseas and see how his process is going. But like I said to these fans, yeah, y'all really got to shimmer down, because like I said, he did do good. Oh, okay, I forgot. Yeah, he was with the Oklahoma City Blue. Of course, the G League to the Thunder. Oh, excuse me. But it's like we're not going to get everybody on the block. I know everybody got the championship expectations for the Bucks, but like shimmer down or something, and especially these people like, oh yeah, we need to get rid of Look at me, I'm forgetting the names already. Get rid of Kyle Kuzma. Yeah, you order throwing that around, and plus they also put in the different situation with God, see, I'm so bad with names at the moment. But it's just like my point is like we're not gonna get every player on the planet. So I don't want to be nothing like Lakers fans, because that's what they always expect. They want to get every player in the planet, because at the time they can go over the tax and stuff like that. So that's probably one of the reasons they had these what I'm sorry, just have been talking about stuff in the weekend. Yeah. So as many April, yeah, it's April. They'll say April 1 and April 2. So they got all that set up. And that's one of the reasons. And they kind of like went crazy, when Damian Lillard got traded to the Bucks, and I think that was kind of like the last straw of them doing this. But the Lakers have been doing this for years, and it's like y'all just now want to put this out there. But then again, it took them so long, to increase, the salary cap for the players. So, teams that, have those type of players, they drafted and think they really wanted to keep them. That's what they should have did in a long time ago. But yeah, and I know we got videos that we gotta put up as well. Especially with the players that we need to talk about left that's on the roster. So I guess Cormac Ryan would be the next one to be on. So oh, geez. So I guess we will see what happens when this happens, and what everybody would think, and go from there. So y'all just comment below and let me know what y'all think of what the roster they got, and who you think is really going to get cut. I mean, like, seriously, who you think is really going to get cut. So you guys let me know in the comments below. Also guys, I appreciate you guys watching, especially you guys on TikTok, and also YouTube. Okay, where's the Germany one? Okay, that's no longer available, whatever that is. Okay, so moving on. But anyway, guys, like I said, I appreciate y'all watching on here, and I appreciate the likes that you got me on YouTube. appreciate it. When you guys either have a chance or if you're watching now, um, please, like and subscribe. If you like, today's video, well, Mother said tonight's video. So, please do that. Like I said, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I know y'all gonna want some free stuff, so we will, have that plan. And speaking of free stuff, we I think you already know about with Slam and Championship Wrestling that's gonna be having a show this fall. We are going to give away, as sponsors. We're actually going to give away a pair of tickets. I might just post like a random video this coming weekend just to like, maybe throw a question out and stuff like that. So, if you're in the Milwaukee area Wisconsin area, I should say, qualify, and for other people qualify too, if you want to make the trip to go to part of the southeast Wisconsin area for this show, check it out. You already got former TNA star and current NWA star Marche Rocket, and you got a former Ring of Honor star and AEW star Jay Sin. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, like I said, probably we'll do the video tomorrow and just maybe explain more about the giveaway for the pair of tickets. So we got one to give away this month, and we're gonna give up another pair next month. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, guys, over 2,900 videos and counting for YouTube, and I know I'm trying to make more content for you guys that's watching on TikTok. So yeah, one of the longest reigning YouTube channels. Like I said, one of them. Also, check out the website, WrestlingFansSpeakOut.weebly.com for upcoming events from Midwest Wrestling-wise, meet and greets, videos like this, and all other crazy stuff that you see on the website. Especially the pictures, because I know I got to do the website tonight, so I'm going to do that in a bit. Like I already named, our sponsors, so, Great Scott Sports Cards and Midway Wrestling Collectibles. Midway Wrestling Collectibles does got a Facebook page, so if you're interested in some items, and we also got them on our website as well. Go ahead and check them out. Also, Great Scott Sports Cards, like I said, you want to get rid of cars or deal with them, whatever you want to do, they can help you with that. Oh God, hiccups. I've been having them for the past 2 days, so yeah, it's just kind of crazy. But speaking of that, also you guys, we're also a proud sponsor of Mad as Mary. So if you want to donate to the cause, of pregnancy and infancy loss, infant loss. I don't know why I say infancy. I don't know. But anyways, give them support. Go to madsmary.org. I think they got a QR code if you want to, support the cause, or even if you want to, help out or something, or have any ideas, on there. So, like I said, check out madsmary.org. Also, they, like I said, QR code if you want to donate. So check them out. Do have an event in October, so y'all could be interested in that. So more information is on our website as well. So check it out. Anyways, let me get out of here, guys. Like I said, thank you for watching, and I'm glad it's like less than an hour that I got this done. So I'm really proud of myself. So anyways, probably the next video you probably will see will be, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, because I do got a few videos and post up, so, stay tuned for that. And y'all probably just recently did watch, if you're watching through YouTube, you saw a exclusive at 9 o'clock. So, also guys, starting in October, it would be, 2 light matches a day, instead of, 1 match a show. So it'd be 2 shows with 2 matches starting in October. So you know what? Go ahead and check them out. Not everything, all the videos and stuff is not completely on there yet. So some of them is still recording as we speak. So get a chance, check out Exclusive if you're a wrestling fan and interested in local wrestling. Oh yeah, and I think sometime in November there will be an announcement about something with WFSO Exclusive. So stay tuned for that. And for the real this time, I'm out of here. You guys, thank you. Thank you for watching. Until the next video. Come on. Kind of knew that was gonna happen. So until the next video, you guys have a good one. Rest in peace to the people that died, 24 years ago when it came to 9/11. So, rest in peace to them, and man up, woman up, face up. Checking your mental health. You already got to check on your mental health. I don't care what anybody says. So checking your mental health. It is suicide prevention month too. So checking your friends. Like I said, till the next video, you guys have a good one. See you later and have a good night. Or if you're watching this during the day, have a good day.